Standing tall in New York Harbor, she is one of the world's most iconic figures. A silent guardian, torch held high, welcoming millions to the shores of America. More than just a statue, she is a powerful symbol known across the globe. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the Statue of Liberty. We'll explore the incredible purpose behind this monumental gift, the groundbreaking engineering that brought her to life, and uncover some truly wowing facts that will make you see Lady Liberty in a whole new light. The story of the Statue of Liberty begins not in America, but in France. In 1865, a French historian and abolitionist named Édouard René de la Boulaye proposed a grand idea. France should present a monument to the United States to celebrate the enduring friendship between the two nations and to commemorate the upcoming centennial of American independence in 1776. The timing was significant. The American Civil War had just ended, abolishing slavery and preserving the Union. For Le Boulaye and many French liberals, the statue was meant to symbolize not just liberty and democracy, but specifically the triumph of those ideals over oppression, particularly the abolition of slavery. It was a tangible expression of shared values. Wow fact number 1, this wasn't just a generic gift. It was a very deliberate gesture, conceived specifically to celebrate the alliance forged during the American Revolution and to honor the ideals of freedom and democracy that both nations, despite their struggles, aspired to uphold. To bring this grand vision to life, the renowned French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi was commissioned. Bartholdi envisioned a colossal female figure, inspired by Roman goddesses of liberty, holding a torch high as a beacon. Wow fact number 2. Interestingly, Bartholdi had previously designed a similar, colossal statue for the entrance to the Suez Canal in Egypt, featuring an Egyptian peasant woman holding a torch, representing progress, or Egypt carrying the light to Asia. That project never materialized, but many elements clearly inspired Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty holds a tablet inscribed with the date July 4th, 1776 in Roman numerals, representing the Declaration of Independence. At her feet lie broken chains, a powerful symbol of freedom from tyranny and oppression, and crucially, the abolition of slavery in America. For the statue's complex internal support, Bartholdi initially consulted architect Eugène Viollet-le-Duc. But after his death, the job went to the brilliant engineer Alexandre Gustave Eiffel, who just a few years later would build his famous tower in Paris. Wow fact number 3. Eiffel's design for the Statue of Liberty's internal structure was absolutely revolutionary. He created a flexible iron pylon framework, somewhat like a human skeleton, that allowed the statue's thin copper skin to move independently with the wind, preventing cracks from stress. This was cutting-edge engineering for its time. Construction took place in France over a decade. Bartholdi sculpted the colossal figure in sections, hammering thin sheets of copper using a technique called repoussé onto molds. Each section was then carefully put together, creating a giant, temporary assembly of the complete statue in Paris. Wow fact number 4, despite her immense size, the copper skin of the Statue of Liberty is incredibly thin, only about 2.4 millimeters, or less than 3/32 of an inch, thick. That's roughly the thickness of 2 pennies stacked together. Her internal structure is doing all the heavy lifting. Fundraising in France was a massive undertaking, relying on public donations, lotteries, and theatrical performances. Once completed, the 225-ton statue had to be carefully dismantled into 350 individual pieces for transport. Wow fact number 5. She literally crossed the Atlantic in 214 separate crates packed aboard the French naval frigate Isère. Imagine loading that puzzle onto a ship. While France covered the cost of the statue itself, the United States was responsible for designing and building the colossal pedestal upon which she would stand, as well as the assembly once she arrived. And this proved to be the biggest challenge. Wow fact number 6. Funding the pedestal in the US was a huge struggle, almost derailing the entire project. Congress refused to provide money, and private fundraising efforts languished. It seemed America couldn't raise the necessary funds for its own monument. It took a powerful newspaper campaign by Joseph Pulitzer, urging Americans to donate, even just a few pennies, to finally raise the money needed from ordinary citizens. The chosen site, Bedloe's Island, now Liberty Island, was perfectly located in New York Harbor, a natural gateway to America for immigrants. Once the pedestal was complete, the process of reassembling the statue began. Workers meticulously bolted the copper sections onto Eiffel's framework, piece by piece climbing higher and higher. Wow fact number 7. To help fund the struggling pedestal, the statue's arm holding the torch was actually displayed publicly for years before the rest of the statue arrived. It was shown at the 1876 Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia and then in Madison Square Park in New York City from 1876 to 1882, literally asking for donations to complete its body. Finally, on October 28, 1886, with much fanfare and a parade that filled the streets of New York, the Statue of Liberty was officially dedicated. But her most famous meaning, as a beacon for immigrants, wasn't immediate. That came largely from a poem written in 1883 by Emma Lazarus, titled The New Colossus. Wow fact number 8. This iconic poem, with its famous lines, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free," was not originally part of the statue. It was added to the pedestal 20 years later in 1903. It was this poem that truly transformed Lady Liberty from a symbol of Franco-American friendship into the universal emblem of hope and welcome for immigrants around the world. Today, the Statue of Liberty stands as a powerful, enduring symbol of freedom, democracy, and the promise of a new life. She represents the ideals that America strives for and the hopes of millions who have passed by her on their journey to a new world. From a delicate flower's inspiration to a colossal copper puzzle, from a transatlantic voyage in crates to a desperate public fundraising campaign, the story of the Statue of Liberty is as rich and layered as the history she represents. She is a testament to shared ideals, ingenious engineering, and the enduring power of hope. What does the Statue of Liberty mean to you? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more incredible stories of iconic monuments, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.